Hi everyone, my name is Ava. I am a first year student in the traditional online master's degree here at the University at Buffalo. I chose to pursue a degree in social work just because it's so versatile and also because it is so broad in the social justice manner of things. I've always been really interested in specifically educational justice for students in need. I was incredibly involved on my bachelor's campus in providing education to students who may have undiagnosed disabilities or may have mental health challenges and making that education accessible. I decided to pursue a master's degree so I could continue pursuing those interests at the University at Buffalo. I chose UB because it was forgiving for people who were working full time. I think a lot of master's programs tend to be very intense, especially if you're going full-time and working full-time. Can be really difficult to juggle those two priorities in life. So I chose UB because it was so forgiving in the curriculum to students who were working full-time. So I currently work full-time for an in-school project called Liberty Partnership Programs, which is based on providing educational career opportunities for students who may be in need of those opportunities. In the program so far, I have been really happy with the curriculum and with my professors and with my students. I found that I was so worried about making a community here at University at Buffalo just because I was so integrated in my bachelor's degree that I was worried that in a fully online environment, I wouldn't have those same opportunities to connect and network with my peers. That ended up being totally not the case. I'm involved in multiple Discord servers where I can talk to online students, I can talk to students interested in the things that I'm interested in, and I've also been very connected to my classmates through UB's peer support group that meets once a month fully online, which has been super accessible to me, as well as accessible online events through the University at Buffalo. So UB introduced me to the RAD chats held by the Social Welfare Alliance Action group that's held nationally. I am now a paying member of that. I learned that through UB. I'm also very connected to my classmates, which is something that I found really important, which has been, I think, so unique to this online experience. I think it can be so alienating as an online student, and the professors here really do a great job of building that community. Ultimately, I would love to be a school social worker. I love working with the middle school population, but pretty much 5 through 12 is my jam. I want to get my LMSW, that's Licensed Master's Social Worker, and I want to work towards a clinical licensure as well, just so I can expand the services that I can provide in the state of New York. For those students who are incoming, first of all, congratulations on deciding to go on for a master's. That's such a huge step and such an overwhelming step. So pat yourself on the back just for even, starting that application process or the research behind that, because it is so overwhelming. But my biggest piece of advice to you guys who will be entering into a master's will be time management. Just because you're part-time doesn't mean that you're not going to be feeling overwhelmed with the coursework. That's a normal part of being in graduate school. The biggest thing is just utilizing your calendar and your time management skills to the best of your ability in order to balance the work and the life and the student aspect of things. So I usually will schedule about 3 to 4 hours in my calendar every week just to kind of get through and chip away at some of those longer assignments. But they will be interesting assignments and assignments that engage you in a way that you've never been engaged academically before. So as long as you're spending ample time really digging into your interests and into those assignments and, scheduling that time, I think you'll be perfectly fine and you will thrive at UB. So I'm going to close this off with saying if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask. I would love to help anybody out who may need to talk to a current student at UB about anything that might be going on. So thank you so much for your time, for watching this, and have a wonderful day.